You never know what life has in store for you. Some people lose everything just to be with the one they want, and some get everything for being separated from the loved one. Welcome to The Rich Rabbit, and today we'll be talking about MacKenzie Scott. But first things first, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please do consider doing it, and don't forget to click the bell icon. MacKenzie Scott is an American novelist and philanthropist. She is known for her involvement in Amazon, her philanthropic efforts, and her now dissolved marriage to Jeff Bezos. As of April 2022, her net worth is reported at $47.3 billion. MacKenzie Scott Tuttle was born on April 7, 1970 in San Francisco, California, US. Her father was a financial planner and her mother was a homemaker. She did her high school from Hotchkiss High School, Connecticut, from where she graduated in 1988. As a child, she loved literature and writing stories. Her parents encouraged her by giving her the best of education for someone who wanted to pursue journalism. Her first attempt at writing was at the age of 6, when she wrote a 142-page manuscript book that she called The Bookworm. She went on to do her bachelor's degree with honors in English from Princeton University in 1992. She was one of the brightest students in the class of the famous novelist Toni Morrison and excelled in creative writing. And according to Toni Morrison, MacKenzie was the best student she has ever had in her class. MacKenzie Scott started her career doing a variety of jobs, including research assistant to Toni Morrison, which was a great learning experience after college. She considers Morrison her guru. Her first book, The Testing of Luther Albright, took her almost 10 years to complete. This was the period in which she was helping her husband set up Amazon.com, and they were also busy bringing up their 4 children through their formative years. The book is about the testing times in the life of a devoted father when his job and family come under threat. The book was an instant success and received favorable reviews. Her second book, Traps, has the makings of a Hollywood thriller. The story revolves around 4 women from different walks of life who encounter each other on a 4-day road trip. MacKenzie maintained her style of interweaving a variety of characters in her story. MacKenzie Scott has always been very objective in her writing. In 2013, she wrote a review of the book The Everything Store, Jeff Bezos and the Age of Amazon by Brad Stone for Bloomberg Businessweek and gave it a 1-star rating. Her review was titled an Amazon.com review, which brought out the inaccuracies and misrepresentations of the work culture in Amazon.com as brought out by Brad Stone. The review received mixed reactions. One of Amazon's first employees, Shel Kafan, followed MacKenzie with a 4-star review of Brad Stone's account about Amazon.com to contradict her. Though Brad did not totally agree with her, he said he was grateful for the feedback on his book. Her major observation was that the book suggested that Bezos left D.E. Shaw to pursue his new idea of online marketing after reading the prize-winning novel The Remains of the Day, while that was not the case as he read the book much later. She has been an activist by nature and is known to always support the oppressed. In 2014, she founded the Bystander Revolution, which is an anti-bullying organization. It has a website that includes hundreds of unscripted videos with students, celebrities, and experts talking about how to deal with bullying. Today, she is the executive director of the foundation and is actively involved in its functioning. Now coming to her personal life, MacKenzie Scott met Jeff Bezos while working under him at the New York City hedge fund company D.E. Shaw. They fell in love and got married in 1993 after a brief courtship. Thereafter, they moved to Seattle, Washington. It was here that her husband started his venture of online marketing and later founded the world's largest online retailer, Amazon.com. They have 3 sons and an adopted daughter. She also negotiated the company's first freight contract. When Amazon began to succeed, Scott took a less involved role in the business, preferring to focus on her family and literary career. In January 2019, the couple announced their intention to separate, and their divorce got finalized on April 4, 2019. As part of the divorce deal, MacKenzie Scott got 25% in Amazon stock, which was worth $35.6 billion at that time, making her the 3rd richest woman in the world. In 2021, she got married to Dan Jewett, a high school science teacher, and presently lives in Seattle with him and her 4 children. In a July 2020 Medium post, Scott announced that she had donated $1.7 billion to 116 nonprofit organizations, with a focus on racial equality, LGBTQ+ equality, democracy, and climate change. Her gifts to HBCUs, Hispanic-serving institutions, tribal colleges and universities, and other colleges surpass $800 million. In December 2020, less than 6 months later, Scott stated that she had donated a further $4.15 billion in the previous 4 months to 384 organizations. This time, she focused on providing support to people affected by the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and addressing long-term systemic inequities. She said that after July, she wanted her advisory team to give her wealth away faster, as the US struggled with the unprecedented impact of the COVID-19 while billionaires' wealth continued to climb. Her team's focus was on identifying organizations with strong leadership teams and results. They paid special attention to those operating in communities facing high projected food insecurity, high measures of racial inequity, high local poverty rates, and low access to philanthropic capital. Scott's 2020 charitable giving totaled $5.8 billion, one of the biggest annual distributions by a private individual to working charities. On June 15, 2021, Scott announced another $2.7 billion in giving to 286 organizations. A month later, in June, Scott and Melinda French Gates launched the Equality Cannot Wait Challenge, a contest to promote gender equality and expand women's power and influence in the US by 2030. The 4 winners received $10 million each. An additional $8 million was split between 2 finalists. In February 2022, 9 organizations announced gifts from Scott totaling $264.5 million. On March 23, 2022, more gifts were announced, including $436 million to Habitat for Humanity and $275 million to Planned Parenthood. Wow! As John Holmes would say, there is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. And with that, it's time for us to call it a day. But we sure hope that you liked the video and found it informative. And if you did, then, well, you know the rest. Subscribe to the Rich Rabbit channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. Your valuable suggestions are very important to us, so do post them in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video.